Pointless Sports Opinion podcast. It's gonna be about the hockey. Got the hockey boys. We got Tommy Welch,
Joey Lawson.
I'm Nick. I'm on here somehow. It's cool. I got here. I made it. So really, I just wanted to talk Blues hockey. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be talking probably games 1 and 2. You think, and then what happened in there, and then we'll talk about game 3, and then whatever else you guys have. I'm gonna plug us real quick. So follow us at PSO Sports 1 on Twitter and Instagram, and then Pointless Sports Opinions everywhere else and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow us there. So, boys, what'd you think about the first 2 games? We'll start with game 1.
Game 1, I thought we played a great first period of hockey, and then kind of stopped.
Crumbled. Boston, they skated the rest off. And it just looked like a whole different team there.
I just feel like a common, reoccurring theme with the Blues all season has been, get a lead or, a 1-goal lead, 2-goal lead, something like that, and then just kind of park the bus.
Just sit back,
Yeah. And, I feel like in the playoffs that can sometimes, play out for you because you're not exerting as much effort. You're gonna be well rested for other games, but at the same time, this is playoff hockey. Especially with a team like the Bruins,
gotta bring it.
They're as relentless as we are. They're gonna fight back every time, and we saw that in game 1. So.
I think we took a lot of unnecessary, stupid penalties too, like the Sundqvist cross check.
Yeah, but that was so soft of a penalty. I even feel like.
That hooking call on Robert
also
Thomas.
Soft,
I didn't even see anything that was remotely hooking, but
they did well to shut down that power play.
They did.
They really did. 1 for 5 game 1.
Penalty kill was good. Yeah. What did you think of the Krug hit on Robert Thomas?
I loved it.
I think it. Yeah,
it's a big fun.
Honestly,
hit.
as a hockey fan, you gotta love it. The dude literally just laid out one of our better players.
No lid too. Just thing,
just no bucket, hair flying in the wind. The only thing, people talk about him leaving his feet. I don't think he left his feet. I don't think it was a headshot.
He didn't leave his feet once he entered the zone. Yeah.
Right, and he got a glide in, so it's not charging in that sense. But I think the rule says over a distance traveled, and he traveled 3 zones.
By the rule, you could probably say.
I still think it was a charge because he came flying down from our zone. First of all, the hit shouldn't have happened because Torrey Krug and David Perron both should have gotten roughing penalties. Wrestling in front of the net.
Playing around back.
That's the problem too. It's not a lot of Blues fans and Boston fans keep yelling at Blues fans on Twitter and streaming into the void.
I love it.
That we're just complaining to the refs the whole time. And it's not even the fact that we're not getting calls or anything like that. It's just consistency. There's a bunch of calls that they miss for Boston too. You're talking about the roughing in front of the net. They're David Perron's literally teabagging Torrey Krug.
Yeah.
They're just swatting each other. I think the interference call on Sammy Blais was just 2 guys hand battling down the ice, and one of them gets spun around. How can you call that one way?
There was a really weak call. It was on David Krejci. I think it was either a slash or a hook that they called.
Yeah.
He touched him.
Oh, my God.
You've seen a lot of...
Barely touched him.
A lot of inconsistent referees.
Yeah. And as opposed to, last round or, anything and, obviously the hand pass happened last round, so don't even get started on that. But, just across the board, I feel officiating has been so bad this playoffs as opposed to, seasons past.
Yeah, you're going to see glaring changes, I feel just with replay, and they kicked those refs off in that San Jose game just because it was that terrible. So they're going to try to figure this out this offseason, especially with what you've seen so far.
I agree for sure. I feel Bettman's already. I think he's already talked about or either Bettman or someone in the NHL was it's kind of out of our hands. If the refs don't see it, there's nothing we can do, and the owners have to make a decision.
Not 1984. We have HD video review.
Literally, there's a whole committee of people in Toronto. That's their job, is to make sure you guys get the shit right. So
yeah, I don't know. I think some positives from game 1. I think that top line of Shen, Schwartz, and Tarasenko looked really good. Yeah, Shen had a goal and an assist. Tarasenko the goal. I thought Binnington was good.
Yeah, Binnington looked good.
We kind of left him out to dry a few times.
Stop 34.
If we would have won that game, it would have been him for all on his shoulders.
He stole it.
Just carrying our team.
Yeah, it could have been I think it could have been an 8-0 Boston win.
Oh,
and
easily.
Conversely, for game 2, we could have won that 6-0 if it wasn't for Tuukka Rask.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, at that one sequence where Tarasenko scored, if he would have made that last save on Tarasenko, I would have just been give him the Conn Smythe right now. He made four back-to-back saves.
Yeah, that game 2. So Blues won in overtime. Awesome.
Yes. Gunnarsson with the pisser.
Bertuzzo, Tarasenko, and Gunnarsson. Yeah, 2 great goals. Bertuzzo's just throwing it at the net.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
Oh my God. And he tried it. I think he tried it either earlier in the game or in game 1. And Rask was paying attention, but this time, as soon as he
Maroon
turned
gets
shot,
in front,
like,
and you're not.
literally freaking top titties right under the bar. I was like,
it was scoring galore at the first 15 minutes. He had 4 goals. You're like, wow, this is going to be
It was back to back to back. Yeah.
Tarasenko's goal was amazing, man.
Yeah, it was beautiful backhand. He's just been having his way with Zdeno Chara.
Yeah.
Like that, he's too slow to be guarding a player like Tarasenko.
He's got a long stride, but
he's been picking his spots for the past 8 games, man. Tarasenko put the puck on his stick, man.
8-game point streak, right?
Yeah,
8-game point streak, 5 goals, 5 assists. In his first 13 games in the playoffs, he had 5 points. In his last 8, he has 10 points. So he's really picked it up at the right time.
Doubled his production.
Yeah, in 2/3 of the time. So I think something that we want to get into was Oskar Sundqvist's hit on Matt Grzelcyk in his subsequent suspension. What do you think of the hit in this suspension?
The problem I have with the hit is not the I don't know. I feel like I don't have a problem with them calling it a penalty because he hit him in the head.
I was worried they'd
like a
give
minor.
him 5.
I was worried too.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
If he would have gotten 5, I don't think there would have been a suspension.
Agreed.
I agree.
But I also think that if we give the Bruins a 5-minute power play, they could have scored a couple times. We would have lost the game.
I think you're in trouble there.
Yeah.
I was watching the game. I'm praying to God. I'm like, please don't let this be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's aggravating to me because like the player safety and like the NHL and all that stuff, like they want to do away with people like just going out and like headhunting and like purposefully injuring like other people. And it seemed to me, at least, like Oskar Sundqvist is like a little flower dude, like, and he's been knocked out by Tom Wilson before. Like,
that's what I'm saying. He's not a repeat offender. He's been on the receiving end.
He's never had any offenses, and that's something they look into when they do these player hearings.
And also, they said, "Oh, you saw Grzelcyk's numbers." No, Grzelcyk put himself in a terrible position. He was
if you watch,
he leaped on that pass.
GIF you tweeted out of him slipping on the ice was hilarious.
He tried to send it one way and he just sent it the other. Yeah, that's what he did. He kind of turned and then.
And they say, well. They teach players to finish their checks. What is Sundqvist supposed to do? Is he supposed to stop time?
And
is he supposed to ram into the boards and break his own collarbone?
They say
what's he supposed to do?
The NHL player, they have the whole video breakdowns of why they suspended him. Listen to it. It's like a 2.5-minute video. He says Sundqvist could have stopped. I'm like,
They don't bring up head contact in that video whatsoever. Is the thing. Another thing, I don't like the inconsistencies with suspensions because back in February, Evgeny Malkin took his stick and slashed Michael Raffl in the face. It was a full-on, trying to decapitate him.
Yeah.
Could have knocked his eye out. He got 1 game.
Yeah. There's no way that's the same.
That should have been a 20-game suspension, in my opinion. But
especially compared to the Sundqvist hit, that was the same level at all.
It was a dangerous hit, but it was unfortunate. It wasn't him trying to decapitate someone, so I don't see how that's the same severity.
I'm surprised he was suspended. I thought it'd be a fine. But I think they're trying to make sure that, this is a heavy hitting series. You're seeing everyone laying hits.
Yeah.
They're trying to make sure that it doesn't get worse, which I understand. I think that's why they're doing it. I don't like it.
I feel like also it's just kind of evening the playing field because they're down a defenseman now. And I guess we're down Vince Dunn too, but that's not really their fault.
Do you know if he's coming back?
Not this game. Berube says he's available, but he says he doesn't feel good. Done.
Yeah.
He's had surgery already on his mouth.
Really? Okay.
That's it. And then he's supposed to have more after the season's over.
Yeah. So basically,
he's out, I assume, and they're just kind of saying that he's available.
Until he feels good.
Right. So basically, probably a day-to-day kind of thing.
Yeah,
and they ask him how you feeling today, and he's he basically said I don't want to come back and come back early and be detrimental to the team.
Right. I agree with that.
You got 6 guys anyways that you can put out there. Yeah. So Vince Dunn wants to make sure that he's not a liability there.
Yeah.
So that's good for him. Good play on him.
Yeah, I think Grzelcyk is pretty important to their blue line. He's one of their puck movers. Other than him, who they have Torrey Krug and Charlie McAvoy that can move the puck. Yeah. Other than that, our blue line is much better.
Charge is there to freaking be a wall.
Yeah, he's
and check every entry.
Brandon Carlo is somehow a good skater, but as soon as he gets the puck, it's he forgets how to play hockey. So I don't.
And it's just going back on the Sundqvist, it's okay, so we've got a guy who gets hurt because of just all these factors coming into play, and it's just unfortunate. If you watch the video, he checks back at Sundqvist before he goes into the boards, and I think that
so Sundqvist could have thought, he sees me coming, he's gonna brace himself for the hit.
Yeah,
and everything looks worse in slow motion.
Yeah,
if you slow it down, it's
and then next thing you know, his skate blades are digging into the boards and throws him off balance.
He does slip a little bit. Yeah,
and that's his head's directly against the wall. And the only thing Sundqvist really could have done to avoid a headshot was just not hit him at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And then just comparing that to the Krug hit, it's okay, one's a penalty and one's not. But like the intent for Krug was definitely to go after Perron. Perron leaves the ice for a shift change, so he's like, okay, closest guy, Rob Thomas. I'm gonna take him out and try to hurt him. Like,
and it worked because he was out game 3.
It sucks. I think he's concussed.
But apparently he's been hurt through the playoffs. The kid's been dealing with. I mean, someone did an interview, Perron, or someone said, the kid's been battling a lot.
Yeah, he was doing maintenance days every practice. But it's just like, it's like player safety can like do so much and like issue all these like suspensions and stuff, but like the intent for Krug was to hurt somebody, and the intent for Sundqvist was not. But one player gets suspended, and the other one doesn't. That doesn't make sense to me. And
I think there's a few things they could do to fix this. I think if they just say automatically, if it's a hit to the head, there's a 1-game suspension. I think that'll take these hits out of the game. I don't know if I like agree with making that rule change, but I think that'll at least provide some consistency. Or with the Krug hit, I don't really like seeing guys out there without a helmet, because to me it's just a concussion waiting to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think going after someone like that is just putting yourself in danger. So I think that was stupid on Krug's part.
Yeah,
but
I do too.
I don't like seeing guys without a helmet out there. Yeah, it looked awesome.
Open ice hits.
Don't get me wrong.
It's like Chanel when you like lose your bucket,
it looked awesome.
Superpowers.
I think they're definitely trying to get away from those hits when guys' numbers are facing them and they're facing the boards. You try and get rid of that in hockey, but that's such a big thing, especially with the forechecking. That's what the Blues are doing, man. That's Boston's game too. Forecheck, keep that puck in there, and that's huge in hockey. So that's not possible to get rid of that, man.
Yeah.
No way.
No. And it's tough, especially like you were talking about. Like both of these teams like are based on like physicality and like. They got here. Yeah, exactly. Weird, I like it, man. It's like
I think we're even more physical than they are. I think
Blues have,
they definitely have a speedier core, but we're
that breakout is crazy. You know how many times I saw a 4-on-2 from the Bruins and they dump the puck in. I'm like, what? Line change? It's a 4-on-2. Yeah. It's scary how fast they get out of their zone.
Yeah, it's crazy. I want to talk about Boston's top line not really being a factor so far. Brad Marchand has a goal. The top line's -7 combined. I don't really like plus minus. I think it's kind of an outdated stat, but it's kind of significant. Patrice Bergeron is clearly hurt.
Yeah.
Because he played 16 minutes last game. He hasn't had a point yet.
Yeah, that was not good. I forget which goal it was, but I think NBC was showing like the replay and how Marchand tried to like cut across and cut him off.
It was the Tarasenko one from
Schwartz. He tried to cut across and got behind him instead, and it was just a 2v1.
2v1 break.
Because they've been moving David Pastrnak down to play with David Krejci to get something going. But the top line's not been good. I was a little surprised, but I got into looking at their stats, and Brad Marchand is not good in the finals. The last time the Bruins were in the finals was 2013 during the Blackhawks, and Marchand had 0 points that entire series.
Yeah, see it. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I say fuck him. You do what you want to see, man.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me, like, guys like that just, like, get off so hard on, like, getting under, like, other players' skins.
Sure.
So
I hate that he's so skilled, too.
Yeah, that's
he's too skilled to be doing it.
Yeah, exactly. But
I
it's
remember
like
Patrick Sharp was saying that, like, whenever they played in that series in 2013, Marchand skated by the bench. He's like, hey, your daughter's ugly. Like, skating away.
He's like, yeah, your kids are ugly. Like,
Speaking of skating by the bench, you see Maroon, that video? He goes, hey, we're fucked.
Yeah, so you guys are effed. That was awesome.
That was so funny.
That was I think when I saw that video, I was like, yeah, this is good.
I think the Blues are in their heads, man. And as bad as that Grizzle chick fucking hit was, man, I think it just kind of makes it even more like, oh man, these guys are hitting hard.
And even just
all the time.
just the fact that like, I forget what it's up to now, like 8-2 or something is the power plays for Boston. Like
they have 10. They have 10.
They have 10 power plays.
They were 1 for 5 in both games. The Blues are 0 for 5.
Yeah.
They had 2 and 3 or 3 and 2.
Something like that. Like it's just like
I got it down here.
Way skewed. Yeah. Way skewed in one direction. So I feel like the Blues are just like it's another case of like everybody against us. Like like everybody against us. Like kind of just like fighting against the grain, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just play as a cohesive unit out there. It's awesome. And I think Sundqvist, I guess, would Sanford replace him?
I think Sanford's the leader, but I heard that Jordan Nolan might get in there with his 2 Stanley Cups with the Kings.
Really?
At practice today, they were running lines, and Sanford was there.
Sanford's in there,
and Tarasenko had a maintenance day.
And Schwartz did too, so nothing to worry about there. Just making sure they're all rested and ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. And I think losing Grzelcyk is, like, losing a puck-moving defenseman's more important than losing a fourth-line center. Like, I like Sundqvist, but we can definitely win without him. And he'll be back for game 4.
The only thing that concerns me about Sundqvist is number one, he's tied for the team lead in plus minus with Bouwmeester at +8. 4 goals, 5 assists. So like he's still got like that fourth line production. Like I feel like out of everybody,
I think he's producing beyond a fourth line level.
Right, oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
I feel like out of like everyone on our fourth line, like he's like the most likely to score and like just relentless on the forecheck. He's important on the penalty kill. Like defensively, he's sound and like I don't know. Like Sanford, the last time I watched him in like
the Winnipeg series.
yeah, positioning and stuff defensively. He's kind of lost.
I'm afraid with Fabry and Sanford out there. I mean, Fabry's there to be offensive. That's it, really, because he's not coming
That's
back.
true.
He's small. He's not. He likes to check and everything, but you know, throughout the season, you've seen him be out of position.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Berube's gonna kick the shit out of him if he doesn't play well. And I mean, I think Fabry's up to the test. So
I do too.
hopefully, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But
He's got that
Sanford, for
playoff
sure.
Fabry magic, so
Yeah,
he'll be
hopefully.
all right.
The only thing that concerns me about Fabry is that his knees are made of glass.
Yeah.
So
He looks good. He's skating.
He does look good.
He does like even when he came back the first time, like after he tore his ACL, like you could just kind of tell that he was like not that he wasn't 100%, but that hesitant on hits and like wasn't skating like as confidently and stuff. And I feel like now like
He's got the confidence. I think.
Yeah.
yeah,
He does.
definitely.
so that's promising to see. But
How about that overtime game-winning shot, dude, by freaking Gunnarsson?
dude,
Yeah, that was awesome.
literally they
I
got
screamed.
that.
I was by myself, luckily, but I yelled.
They got that Bucci overtime challenge, dude, and like, I did it, and I forgot. I said Pat Maroon, but like, I could have guessed 1,000,000 times, and I would have never guessed Carl Gunnarsson would have scored the goal. But it was cool to see, and the story about him talking to Berube at the pisser is really cool too.
Just one more shot.
Yeah, he's like,
That's
I got
awesome.
one more shot
Yeah.
in me, man.
And it's good done plays today. Or played that day. You have Gunnarsson out, and you don't have that happen. So I think Gunnarsson. I mean, it's awesome how great that depth is they have there. He can just step in whenever. So
Yeah,
Right.
and I think that's another reason that like Vince Dunn can take his time is because Carl Gunnarsson's been playing so
and you still
well.
got Del Zotto if you really need
Right.
someone there.
Right.
Like if Vince Dunn does come back, like, are you gonna take out Gunnarsson? Because I don't
Maybe.
think you
I
can.
think
I don't know.
you can take out Edmondson. He's been playing the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edmondson is not.
The thing that kills me about Edmondson is he'll have 40 feet in front of him and he'll just
Pass.
try to pass it, like skate the puck up,
That
move
what
it,
goal did that lead to? The Corelli goal?
Yeah.
Game
Yeah.
1? Yeah, and I was just like,
that was brutal.
like skate the
And
puck up.
For the first 15 minutes of the game, he had of game 2, I saw 2 or 3 giveaways, and I'm just like pulling my hair out because I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this guy's when he's got the puck on his stick, he's scared. It's like Bouwmeester last year when
Yeah.
he was hurt and he didn't know what to do with the puck. You're just scared when this guy has it.
Yeah.
It does seem like Edmondson turns over the puck a lot, but like at the same time, his physicality, like on that defensive,
Yeah, that's what
on
you
that
love.
defensive unit, like the only one that might be more physical than him is Bertuzzo, and he's not as good like defensively. I
They
feel
switched the
like.
lines.
Yeah, he's not as mobile as
Right.
Edmondson either.
Edmondson's going with Bortuzzo and Gunnarsson's going with Petrangelo.
Oh, really?
Tomorrow
Okay.
night. Yeah.
So, see,
I'm down with that.
So
I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
Bortuzzo
like-
and Edmondson on the same line.
no, Pareko and Bouwmeester, I like it, but I feel like Pareko kind of has to carry Bouwmeester sometimes.
Yeah.
I feel like if
I don't think you split them up.
I don't know.
They're
doing great.
They're a lockdown unit.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic. But I'm saying if Bouwmeester starts to wear that down, I think Berube's going to be hesitant to switch it up. Which
I
I'm
don't
afraid
think
of.
you got
but-
5 games left tops, so I think they're gonna just stick with what got you there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they're both-
like you said, that's been our best shutdown pairing.
They have, man. They're both that long reach. I mean,
And Pareko's still producing.
Oh my god,
dude, I love watching him get the puck and skate up through the neutral zone into the freaking.
It's so
offensive
funny
zone.
because like these little
Glides.
dudes like Marchand and all of them just like are like, oh, I can like run him down and like just strip it from him. He just like sticks his
Yeah,
stick
dude.
out like 7 feet.
Was that Nordstrom that he hit with the slap shot and then he was down on the
3
ice?
different times, or
and then
2
he
different
came back
times, yeah.
and he hit him again.
Yeah, it was
I
Nordstrom.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I didn't get to watch. My power was out, so I had to listen to that game.
And
So
the
I got to
last
watch it,
one-
so that sucked.
I
But
think
Nordstrom
it's
stuck out a
Nordstrom.
stick at the very end because he's like, I'm done doing this.
Yeah,
And he blocked it, but he had a really good. That was on the power play.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then he hit Chara and made him bleed
Yeah,
on the
dude.
forearm.
Yeah.
That did not look pretty.
Power play.
Yeah. I could play hockey my whole life and still not have like the balls to stand in front of a Colton Pareko slap shot.
No, there's
You
no
gotta be
way.
kidding.
Once you're there, dude, you're probably in the NHL. You're just probably like, okay, this
I
is,
think your adrenaline.
this is
You're
my
like,
life.
it's not gonna hurt.
This is it.
This is how I go out. But I think I've seen like a video somewhere of like Tyler Seguin kind of had like the same idea. Like you saw Parayko wind up and just kind of like
He's like,
dove out of the way.
I would go
not
like
worth
this,
it.
man.
I just
And crouch.
Yeah.
not worth it.
Man,
I just got a new contract. Like I got a couple years left.
Yeah,
in
you're
me.
like, I'm trying to make commercials with this.
Exactly.
right.
He's trying to pick up honeys too. He does that all the time.
Another positive for us is I don't think we've seen anywhere close to the best game from Ryan O'Reilly yet.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel like he's getting closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Definitely
game
better
7
than-
or game 6, he looked great in
Yeah.
the LA series.
Definitely
He had
better-
3 assists in game
Definitely
6.
better than the
Games- yeah.
Stars
Yeah.
and the Shark series combined. But like,
He looked like he's playing hurt at first.
Yeah.
Maybe he
Yeah.
looks
I
a little
feel
better.
like he was. He definitely
He
was.
still looks like he's hurt, but
It's getting
he's
better.
he's out there.
Yeah.
He's been your best guy
Yeah,
all
he's
year.
healing for sure.
Schwartz doesn't have a point yet in the series, does he?
Oh, he's got an assist or 2.
Does he?
Yeah,
Maybe,
He's
yeah.
got the assist off the Tarasenko goal, the second goal.
Oh yeah, because he shot it off the pads.
That
Okay,
backhand roof
okay.
for me, and I can't get out. I dream about it. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's
Just having
nasty.
flashbacks.
Just that
Shin's been great. Shin's
Yeah,
probably
awesome.
been our best forward. Him and Tarasenko, I would say.
him and
I
Tarasenko
would
for
agree.
sure.
He's just been getting, even since last series, he's just getting so many chances.
Dirty
and,
grinding
like,
out there, man.
I feel like his like numbers and stats aren't really like
He just wasn't hitting the back of the net.
right. Yeah,
He was
he's
just
getting just, like all
the
these
time.
scoring changes, breakaways, and stuff. He's only scored like 1 goal or a couple goals or something.
I think with game 6 goal was his first goal, and then that one in game 1 was his second. So
Yeah.
I think he's gonna pour on a couple more, hopefully.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
playing. He's just been playing so well, and he brings that physicality that they have to worry
He's
about.
mean,
so.
he's mean out there. I like it.
God, yeah, it's fun to watch.
What
for
a
sure.
steal that trade was when you think about it. Shen,
Your Laterra,
For
snorting
Yoel
coke,
Laterra,
snorting
yeah.
coke lines.
Laterra, and what did they give us? Second round or a first round?
I think
Yeah,
we
I-
gave a second round
Yeah.
pick or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Then
even-
we also turned Tage Thompson, Patrick Berglund, and
Sabotka.
yeah,
in the first
Saboka
round.
into Ryan O'Reilly.
And you think about that, and that's a lot of assets to give away, but that's a steal for the Blues too. with
Yeah, and that's
where they're at.
That's easily what their owner was thinking. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, look at all these players, like
Yeah.
highway robbery.
Dump
and then
all these
we're like,
crappy
He
contracts.
literally
Like,
has
you
no idea. It's just
apparently
a
don't know
salary.
how good Ryan O'Reilly is because
Yeah.
he's
I
incredible.
think Tate Thompson, that's the jury's still out. He's 20, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sabres are a
I
terrible
still like
franchise.
Tage Thompson. I got a
so
signed jersey by him, so
We'll see how that
cool.
turns out. He might just be.
I feel like he's
screwed
going to
there.
turn into like a Nick Bukestad type player.
Yeah.
Like a
I could see
40,
that.
45 point guy who's big,
Yeah,
good net front
when
presence.
he
but-
got drafted, they compared him to like his play style to like Ryan Getzlaf, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a
Like,
pretty high pedestal.
Yeah, because he's
but-
just like he does have slow feet, but he's got soft hands and he's got a heavy shot. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the first times I saw him at like the Blues prospect camp, he hit a slap shot, and I was behind the goal, like watching from behind the glass. He hit a slap shot that missed like above the bar just by inches, hit the glass in front of me, and just shattered it completely.
He's
And I
a
was
big
like,
boy. I just remember him from last year.
Like,
that
holy
baby,
shit,
that
dude.
baby face, but that big old frame on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
he's a
only-
man rocket too.
only
He's a
gonna
good looking
get-
dude.
He's gonna get bigger and better. So that's what you always want to see. You always want to see the guys that you rooted for
Yeah.
Right.
go out and play better for another
Yeah,
team.
for
So
Yeah. So, what are your takeaways for game 3?
Play all 3 periods,
Yep.
not just one.
get a power play goal.
Yeah, get a power play.
Yeah.
goal.
Score on the power
Definitely.
play.
Score on the power play. Stay off the penalty kill.
Yep.
Don't have
Because-
5. Don't have 5 penalties, man.
Yeah,
you can't
right.
do that.
Don't even have one if you can.
And keep everything going like you've been. Keep being physical. Physical. I mean, well, they dominated the third period in overtime of that second game.
Absolutely.
Keep it going. The overtime was like, dude, we want this. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Keep that mentality. Keep that attitude going.
Yeah, we were not leaving the ice
No,
without a goal
they
in
weren't.
overtime.
Man. It was
No.
crazy.
No, oh my god. It seemed like we had the puck for so long.
Yeah, I think that's also something that's in our favor is that we haven't scored on the power play yet. So all this damage is coming at 5-on-5.
Yeah.
If we can get a power play goal or two and really get in their heads,
Yeah.
I
They
think
got a
we can
6-on-5 one. I guess that's.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. D-man in front of the net and the D-man scores. I like seeing that stupid shit. Just
Yeah.
like the D-to-D passes you see, and you're like, dude, what is this awesomeness? Dude?
Yeah.
Because what they have the most points out of defenders in
Yeah.
the playoffs. So it's,
Yeah, I think that's gonna be huge. Game 3 too.
I mean, you had 2 from game 2, yeah. So get more.
defenseman.
That's huge. Get guys in front of the net. It looks like get in front of Rask, and that's his weak spot. It really is. 'Cause
I think high blocker is where he's most vulnerable.
Yeah.
or have Senko shoot it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
As long
Right.
as you do, it'd be fine.
But yeah, because he was invincible in the conference finals against Carolina, and it looks like the Blues are kind of figuring it out, watching tape on him, know what to do against him. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Berube does, but after a loss, I have no idea what he does, but it's always a bounce back. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, Binnington's a huge reason for that too. I mean, you guys know his numbers. It's like under 2 goals allowed average.
He's like 11.
He's 11-2 after a loss.
So I mean,
something ridiculous.
That guy is
ice in his veins.
He's a psychopath. I'll tell you that.
Dude, it's crazy.
You gotta be to be a goalie.
Dude, just the night and day difference between him and Jake Allen is you can talk about Conn Smythe award winners and who's been the most valuable player in the playoffs and stuff, but there's nobody more important to the Blues than him.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
If we had Jake Allen during this run, I don't
we wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, he on the trajectory they were having. Yeah. He actually really stepped it up after he got all that pressure off his shoulders.
And like I said in the last podcast, I'm fine with Jake Allen being a 1B goalie for next year.
Me too.
I'll trade him. Get rid of that contract.
We can trade him
because he's what, $4.25 million or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
2 years. Dump him. You can find someone. You got Husso and Fitzpatrick in your minors.
Yeah.
Right. So
I feel like we'd go out and get it a Chad Johnson kind of guy.
Yeah. Just maybe Curtis McElhinney.
Did it last year. They didn't like it.
It didn't work, but when we got Carter Hutton, that worked pretty well.
Right. My dream is Binnington comes up and becomes an all-class goalie.
Yeah.
Almost solidifies himself as a Hall of Famer. This is my way in. But he looks amazing.
He's calling a Hall of Fame right now.
I know. I mean, Blues win 3 cups with him out there. That's my dream.
See, to me, I hope he ends up being almost like a Jonathan Quick, above average in the regular season, but then unbeatable in the playoffs.
There's so many times he makes just some of these desperation saves and even just the way he handles the puck behind the net.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
He looks just like Jonathan Quick.
I don't think he makes crazy desperation saves.
Yeah.
He's just positioned so
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And there's times on breakaways and stuff where
he will not move first.
But he doesn't even move. He's literally just got his glove up there and they shoot right into it.
Yeah.
But he's far enough out that if he does get beat, it hits the post. It's just little things like that. He never looks flustered.
That game 1 Corelli goal was the first time I saw someone actually hold the puck long enough to beat him.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it was in the San Jose series. I want to say it was Evander Kane on breakaway, and Binnington didn't move.
Nope.
And neither of them were going to move, and he ended up not even getting a shot because Binnington wouldn't move.
Yeah, I know.
He stays there. He's that big old wall, and it's just cool, calm, collected. He'll just snap that glove. You're like, oh, man.
He's just got a huge set of cones.
Yeah, he does, man.
Love to see it.
I got him. He's 55 for 60 with a .916 save percentage.
I'll take that.
And Rask is,
which isn't amazing, is the thing. That's not incredible. Yeah. Rask has been the best overall player in this entire postseason.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Especially with that conference final, he just.
Oh yeah, it was
just
crazy.
The will of the Hurricanes is just you can't score on this guy.
I really thought the Hurricanes were going to make the finals. Kind of upset.
I think if Tarasenko doesn't score that goal, I think and that momentum shifts, man.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's just big money Vlad coming up. He's been waiting for this moment.
Big Daddy Vladdy.
Yeah, he has, man. He's been waiting. You hear him in interviews in the past 4 or 5 years. I want to bring a cup here. I want to be the one to bring the cup here. And I just
that's what Bozak said before the season. I want to win a cup so damn bad. That's why I signed in St. Louis.
And I just like it out of Tarasenko because trade rumors circulating when they're bad, and you're like, well, maybe, but you don't want to see him go.
No, there's no way we're gonna trade him.
And that's what's so funny about just hockey fans in general, and just the way a season can go. Especially this season, we were literally people were talking about trading Tarasenko and blowing up the whole team, rebuilding, and going for draft picks, and now we're in the Stanley Cup Finals.
That's exactly what it was.
Insane.
I was on board with that.
I was cool with him trading Pietrangelo because.
I think he's really stepped it up lately.
Yeah, in the playoffs, man, he's really.
No, last game he looked incredible.
Yeah.
He's looked good since the start of the playoffs for the most part. My biggest concern, I hate when he tries to get that puck from when it rims around, he tries to stop at the blue line, always jumps over his stick.
I also think he moves backwards too much on the power play.
Yeah.
And, tries to make a long pass. I don't like that.
I don't like the drop passes either. But
I think coaching is going to play a big role because we haven't seen Patrice Bergeron's line matched up with Tarasenko that much. Mm-hmm. And, Bruce Cassidy had last change. So, now that we have last change, are we going to see even less of that matchup?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think definitely, we're going to see Fabry matched up against Chara to try and beat him with,
his speed.
Try and get some production on that line.
I don't know. I still want to see Tarasenko match up with Chara because, like I said, he's just been making his life hell.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Yeah, he just skates around anybody.
Yeah.
And he's not even that fast. He's just
he's strong on the puck.
Yeah, he's
so got that crazy quick burst of speed, man. He'll just make those couple glides, and you're like, what the hell? He just got past him.
Right.
And even just little things when they go for the stick lift or something, he lifts his stick before, just little things like that to keep the puck close to him.
Every facet of his game is looking great right now.
Yeah,
so strong on the puck, shot looks great. I mean, defensively in those playoffs, you see him coming back and making the hustle plays. And last year you didn't say that about Vladdy. You didn't say hustle plays were his thing, but this year he's really still.
He really has, and just like. I love that move he does with like one hand on his stick, like cuts in, drops his shoulder.
Oh my god, it's nasty.
It's just
Blake tried to
classic power forward move.
yeah, like how imagine just being a defenseman or like Torrey Krug 5'9", trying to stop like a train coming your way.
Yeah, that's
6'2", 3 or 240, or something like that.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up is we're the bigger team, and I think the longer the series goes, it's going to favor us because we're just going to wear them down. Like they look so worn out in overtime.
Yeah.
Especially losing
so worn out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, their unit was out there for probably like 2 minutes, but
Right.
the overtime, they just looked absolutely exhausted. Like they could not like get their feet moving or
Couldn't
anything.
couldn't clear the zone,
Yeah.
especially. Yeah.
They had a couple opportunities. They could not clear the puck, but usually that's our problem.
Usually.
Right.
That game one, they couldn't clear the puck.
Yeah.
It was like, and you're like, uh-oh, is this what's going to be the series? But
Yeah.
I guess you can't really know what's happening with this series because the whole season's been a roller coaster. So my idea is like, they could come out and win the next 4 just because you have no idea what this team's going to do. You just know things are going to go well for the most part.
That's what I was saying last time. Like game 1 last year, the finals, Vegas won 6-5, and then Washington. It was like, oh, Vegas is going to win, and then Washington won the next 4 games in a row, and won the cup. Like,
and it's like. I love when like reporters pull those stupid like statistics of like 77% of like teams that win game 1 go on to win the whole thing, and then after game 2 they're like 78% of teams that win game 2 go on to win the whole thing. It's like, dude, like.
And the same thing goes with game 3. Game 3,
100% of teams that win 4 games win the whole thing.
right? Yeah, it's the only stat that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter how you get there.
So I got a question about the Bruins. Who do they bring on as defense? As that extra guy? I wrote it down. John Moore or Stephen Kampfer?
I think it's gonna be more.
Yeah.
I looked at Moore's got 43 career postseason games to Kampfer's 2, so I'm sure.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be
probably
more.
they're
a lot.
definitely gonna go with him.
Yeah.
He's had 5 in this playoffs, and Kampfer's had 2. So I'm sure that's who you're gonna go with. And I also heard that Moore's gonna be able to deal with the physicality of the Blues a little better. So
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
And just take that experience.
yeah, that's what you want. You want
But
the
I mean,
experience.
like, technically, Jordan Nolan had like what 2 Stanley Cups to his name.
How many games did he play in those series?
I think like I don't know. I don't
Not a
know,
lot.
but like I mean, he really like. I don't know. I would have liked to see him instead of Sanford. I would have liked to see Mackenzie McCaughrean instead of Sanford.
Yes. McCackeron's the one I would bring up.
Yeah,
but-
like just because he's like a little. Like when Panger talks about little guys with gumption.
That's him.
Like,
That's
him, yeah.
It's literally just him. But I feel like he's better defensively. I feel like he's like a little spark plug, like brings more energy to the team.
I think Sanford's going to be more capable of scoring to Mackenzie McEachran because McEachran. How many goals did he have this year? 3.
Yeah,
And they're all-
Sanford's bigger.
Yeah, bigger.
Yeah.
and
That's
he's a more offensive talent too.
that
I mean,
physicality might help, and he does have soft hands too,
Yeah.
which is like the defensive part of his game.
But I don't know how much.
Scares
Yeah, I don't know how much time on the ice he's going to have.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I know on the 4th line he's going to most likely play there.
Yeah.
Hopefully bring that spark that Sundqvist did because Sundqvist great shot,
yeah.
offensive capabilities are off the charts. It looks awesome.
just an all around like
Yeah,
And I think
exactly
we're
what
still.
you want in a
Yeah.
bottom line guy.
exactly.
Yeah, I think we're still waiting on a big game from David Braun too.
I do
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Yeah.
I
He's gonna end up
understand.
like a hat trick or something.
Yeah, or he's gonna go off for like 3 assists in a game or something like that.
Or get like a 5-minute major.
And you're
Right. Yeah.
waiting for that 3rd line also. to
Yeah.
Really,
Dude, I love him and his shot is
Yeah,
beautiful.
goal, assist, and a punch to the back of the head. It's the Braun hat trick.
Yeah, dude. Like, some of the times he just takes the dumbest penalties.
yeah. The game 1, he lost the puck and he fell.
Yeah.
And then he tried to get the stick, or he tried to lift
Yeah,
up the stick,
like
and he
literally just swing it around as hard as he can,
tripped
trip
him, so-
somebody.
Was it
or
the
like,
Dallas? Yeah, the Dallas
slash the
series.
Bishop in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Or,
just
yeah, like you said,
unnecessary.
teabagging Torrey Krug.
Yeah, like
I love him though. I love how much he loves St. Louis.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I do. He's come back 3 times now.
Yeah.
This time.
I think we
hopefully.
talked about. I don't know if we talked about this last time or not, but I feel like that's just been such a big key for the Blues this year. Has been like building their team around like a team of players that want to be here,
Yeah.
and want to play for each other instead of just like independent contractors.
Yeah, like what
Hitch.
they
Definitely.
said 2 years ago when they fired Hitch.
Yeah.
For Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been nice to see, because I feel like we've missed that for so long.
It's
and, like,
good. Yeah, they built this team around that veteran and then that youth core, and it's just the perfect balance right now.
And you can tell just the way they like talk to each other in the locker room. Like it's really like a brotherhood, and like they all just like want to fight for each other and like fight for Bouwmeester, who's like never been in Stanley Cup Finals in all his years of playing.
I think he's gonna get the cup right after Pietrangelo. It's gonna go straight to him because I think he played like almost 800 regular season games. He played
before the playoffs.
Yeah, before the playoffs, he played.
Yeah, you're right.
He played like 750 games before he even got a sniff
Then he got
the playoffs.
to the Blues like 6 or 7 years ago. It's been that long. And he finally made it.
God.
And now he's got hopefully a Stanley Cup on his mind. Hopefully it's coming here.
It's weird to think about like players like because I feel like Bouwmeester's played. Like, just, like, personally, if, like, from my viewpoint, it feels like he's played his entire career here. And, like, Alexander Steen, too. It just feels like they've been here forever.
Steen's been here, what, 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years.
It's like they're, like, a part
6
of
years in
Blues
Toronto,
hockey.
something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And Bouwmeester was in Florida and Calgary for, I think, 10 years before he came here.
He bounced around like a couple of places. But
He got drafted by Florida. And then,
played for Calgary for a couple of years.
And then he got traded to the Blues from Calgary. I remember that. So.
But, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. They're like embedded in.
He's been here forever.
Yeah.
I was calling for his head last year, man, when he was hurt.
Too.
Yeah, he looked bad. He actually looked great in the playoffs. Like I know he only has 5 points, but like I said, he's 33, 34, 35.
He's 34-5.
Yeah.
And he's not really like he's not going to go out there and like.
But he's never had more than like 40 points in the
you.
season. Like he's a defensive defenseman.
I want him to get one. I want to see Bouwmeester score one really bad.
Yeah, I do too.
How many did he have this year? Like 2 or something?
Yeah, 2
One
or
or
3.
two,
One of them was a clapper, and that was gorgeous.
But he's such a smart player, though.
He is.
And one of those, he can skate, man. He's just skates with ease.
He's big, too.
He glides on the ice, and he's huge. You're right.
Yeah.
And that's what his thing was. That's why he was actually a really good player, is because he could skate really well. And, you know, when your hip is all messed up, that robs you of your skating abilities. And so luckily he was able to bounce back, and he's a big part of this team now.
Yeah.
Still
looks like a frog.
Yeah, he still looks like a frog.
Yeah.
I love watching.
He looks like a middle school science teacher.
I love watching his interviews, man. It's just so funny.
His eyes are like this
Yeah,
big.
he does have some big old bug eyes.
It's crazy.
His like, jaw is kind of like, I don't know. He's a funny looking dude. He can play some hockey.
You guys have anything else you want to talk about, or?
I got some other non-Stanley Cup related things.
Yeah.
So, Evgeny Kuznetsov, some video released of him in a hotel room
doing
with
cocaine.
Cocaine, but he says, you know, I didn't do anything. I've never done illegal drugs. I think nothing's gonna happen to him. But something interesting.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't doing it in the picture. It was just happened to be in the picture.
Probably surround yourself with some better people there.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently they were in Vegas, so they're probably having a fun night.
Yeah.
Bad timing for him.
And I think I saw like a press release from the NHL, or I don't know if it was from the NHL or
it might have been from the team.
or
I think it was from the team.
But they were just basically like, we've exhausted all efforts in like the case, and
he did no wrongdoing or anything.
Yeah, and basically said like case closed, like we're not picking it up again. So,
That's
like,
silly.
Yeah. If
he was, you know, snorting.
That's
then you're like, all right, but
I don't know. Yeah, it's a little.
There.
It looks a little sus, but I mean, how many players do you think do cocaine? Probably a lot.
Lots.
A lot.
Probably a lot.
It's hockey, man. I bet you they do it before games.
I mean, do they do like the smelling salts on the bench?
It's
Yeah,
it's all room do it. Yeah, probably. It's get you a little amped.
It's just full of cocaine.
I mean, Austin Matthews has the nostrils for it. They're like this big.
Oh my God. That's true.
And then one more big thing. Nikita
Zaitsev wants out of Toronto.
He says, I don't like it here.
You know, the Toronto media is absolutely relentless, and their fans
Dude,
are insane. They've been calling for Jake Gardner's head all season. They want Babcock out, which I actually agree with, because Babcock doesn't play as Stars. So I don't know. It's a tough market to play in.
I mean, it's the hockey, man.
He's very
people love it there.
overpaid, I think.
What's his name? Nylander. They want
William Nylander. Yeah. I'm done with that. William Nylander's so good.
He's a unit. I don't know why that, like, it's just because he wants so much, or he's probably going to get so much money.
I don't think he's overpaid. Like, I said this last time, but he only played like half a season. He didn't go to training camp.
We're talking about Nylander, right?
Yeah, he wasn't fresh, so he just, and like, they forget that he's 23 years old, and he already has 2 60-point seasons under his belt.
Yeah.
Like, he's fine.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
I don't know first of all, I think they need to get rid of him to free up some cap space, because Mitch Marner is going to get, and deserves, $9 to $10 million.
Yeah.
John Tavares, 11. Yeah, Mitch Marner's nasty.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they even care. It's basketball time there in Toronto. I wouldn't give a shit about hockey if I was
right, yeah.
But that's all they care about.
You're right.
Man.
Hockey is number one there.
That's all.
Yeah.
I think Stephen A. Smith was like talking about that. I'm like, because they went down there for a first take, I think, and he's like, y'all got the Toronto Raptors in the NBA Finals, and you're out here headlining with hockey.
That's all, dude. That's it. It's Canada for it.
Toronto, man.
Yeah, welcome to Canada. It's a thing.
There's been some rumors about Phil Kessel. You think Phil Kessel's getting traded?
Oh, to the Wild, I heard.
Yeah.
That was one big one.
Yeah, he turned that one down. But
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
'cause it was Kessel, and I know they're trying to get rid of Jack Johnson because they signed him for some reason for like 6 years, even though he's terrible. I just thought it was funny. They went out of their way to defend him, and then they wanted to get rid of him because he's awful. Yeah, it was Kessel and some other pieces for Jason Zucker and a couple other pieces from Minnesota, which I don't know. I know Phil Kessel's a hot commodity, but
I don't know how many years he has left.
yeah,
That's the problem.
It's not going to tear the team apart. Like, there's been Malkin trader. You trade Evgeny Malkin, you're shutting your cup window.
Yeah.
Same thing with Chris Letang.
That's true.
Yeah, I think Kessel's replaceable just because he's a winger, and he's had career years the past few years, but if you play with Evgeny Malkin, you're going to have a good year.
Yeah.
That guy's a beast. So
That's true.
I think
Who's
Kessel's going to be out.
I forget the name of that young dude that they have.
Jay Gensel?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if you have faith in him as a player, like, you can just expect him to step up as, like, not, like, obviously
He
at the
scored
same
40
level
goals
as,
this year.
Yeah, and not as, like, the same level as Phil Kessel, maybe, for, like, this, like, long sustained period, but, like, there's no reason they couldn't, like, get rid of him and, like, still compete, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, Gensel, I mean, people always argue that he plays with Sidney Crosby, but to me, you have to be good in your own right to play with Crosby just because he thinks the game's so fast. Like, you have to be able to keep up with Crosby to be good on his line. So, like, I think Jake Gensel's a good player in his own right. I think he's elevated by Crosby, but I think he's good in his own right.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And it's kind of like, I feel like people made the same argument about Pat Maroon, too, playing with Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
He was over here and is playing with a rookie and Tyler Bozak, and he's still producing, so.
Right.
It's not like he's bad at hockey just because he plays with Connor McDavid.
He's just got to roll.
Yeah.
Maroon does, and he does it really well, actually.
Yeah, he does.
Great
Little
net front
shit
presence.
starter. I love that dude. Every time he's like talking trash with people, he's just like grinning in their face, laughing at them. God.
You guys got anything else?
No, I don't have anything else.
No, you good?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to plug our SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking to buy Cardinals tickets, Blues tickets, even concert tickets, we
NBA
got
Finals tickets.
NBA Finals tickets if you want.
Fly to Canada.
You use SeatGeek. We got a link under all our pages. Just use that link and we'll get some money back, and it'll help us make better content, provide you guys with giveaways, so cool stuff like that. Just go to any of our pages. We have a SeatGeek link, and go use that for you.
Shout out to Harlan, too.
Yeah, Harlan, my brother, Alec Patterson, bought some finals tickets, Game 6.
Oh, wow.
Final ticket, he bought one. He's going by himself.
Oh, wow.
So
That's awesome.
He's been to every series so far, so power to him, dude. That's cool.
Tell him to bring him a winner.
Yeah, please.
Hopefully that'll be the last one, yeah.
I'm just hoping Game 5's the last one, to be honest. Blues in 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Anything else? You guys got any good final thoughts or anything else you guys want to do? Plug your Twitter handle?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Twelcher15.
Yep, follow me, Joey K. Law. And then
Post some funny stuff sometimes, so check it out.
All right, boys. Spread the word.
spread the word,
Baby.